Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago discussion video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest strengths of the entirety of the Ninjago series, and that would be its consistent world building and character development that expands throughout multiple seasons, and I'll take a little bit of a closer look at something like this in a future video, so be sure to stick around for that. But in this video, I kind of wanted to give a generalized kind of thought about all of this, because when you think about it, Ninjago is actually quite amazing for what it's accomplished throughout its short runtime. Definitely seems like it shouldn't really have this much going on in the world of Ninjago, as opposed to other series that have been going on for several more years that have consistently higher budgets. Ninjago's been, I guess, the victim of several various changes in terms of staff and budget cuts, things like that from what we can tell, so it's still amazing that the actual world of Ninjago is as consistent and as fresh as it is. Now, there is a little bit of a problem with all of this, and we'll get into that here eventually, but think about it. Ninjago, when it first came out, it really didn't have everything that it has today. There were no mention of various other realms aside maybe the underworld and other things going on, such as new ninja joining the team, things like that, new villains, new side characters, everything in between. Ninjago has just grown and grown, and it's really fun to see where the series actually goes. As someone that's been following Ninjago since the beginning, it's been a really fun ride to actually go ahead and see this show and all these characters develop over the course of several years. And again, a lot of that has to do with the very consistent and intriguing backstory, a lot of which is added on in future seasons. Every season kind of goes back and adds a little bit more onto the actual story of Ninjago as it is, and some people could consider that a problem because retconning is a thing that often happens in Ninjago, where something used to mean one thing and now it means something completely different in a future season. I mean, it's all over the place, and that kind of stuff is actually kind of inevitable when you think about it. Ninjago is probably going to be prone to retconning just as much as any other series. It's constantly expanding and growing, so it really doesn't bother me too much. I just think it's really cool how Ninjago was actually able to keep a consistent, I guess, history going forward. They actually have a lore, a timeline, something that you wouldn't really expect from a Lego show. I mean, anyone who's on the outside might take a first look at Ninjago and just pass it off as some random kids Lego series, and while it is that, it's definitely a lot more than that, as we the fans often know. If you've been sticking with the series for as long as I have, it's really cool to actually see these characters develop and grow as you keep on going. Ninjago is something that has been part of my life for several years, and it will continue to be a part of my life until the day it dies or the day I die, whichever comes first. And, you know, naturally that would mean that I get to experience more of these stories and more of these characters developing and growing, so I'm very thankful for that. Of course, the only problem I can see here is, again, retconning, and some things might not make sense, some things might be a little too convenient, but again, that kind of stuff is pretty much inevitable when you think about it. Leave a comment down below talking about what your favorite thing about Ninjago's lore is, and are you impressed that it was able to build up this much, I guess, diversity and lore and drama ever since the actual series started? Leave all your thoughts down below in the comments, and I look forward to reading what you guys come up with. With all that being said, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including the Marvelous Jan. Thank you so much for pledging to the $10 tier. As such, you'll receive a spoken shout out and a written shout out at the end of every video, plus additional early access content on the Patreon page from time to time. With all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.